Hello, my name is Erica Lee Martin, and I am a singer, a songwriter, producer of lots of things. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I had been planning this album for a year before lockdown hit. We were all set with the first music video. We had a crew, we had a location, we had everything. And then there was a pandemic. So what do you do? In this video, I'm going to explore how I made 12 music videos during lockdown using these 5 steps. Number 1, use what you got. This is not the time for thinking big. This is the time for thinking small. If modern museums have taught us anything, it's that anything can be art. So look around you. What is there? Ellie Goulding's Power video is an excellent example of this. She used the greatest tool at her disposal, her sexuality. She looked around and she said, what have I got? Lingerie, an iPhone, boom, video. You're literally working from home, so make your home work for you. When I was making the video for my song The Patio, I was in short supply of patios in my tiny London flat. So I looked around to see if I could make one. And I could. My kitchen floor is faux wood linoleum, which on camera looks pretty convincing. I put my plant babies to good use, giving it an outside feel, some candles, lots of wine, kept my shots aerial, and boom, video. But that's only part of the video. You gotta keep it interesting, right? That leads me to part 2. Build a narrative. Keeping in mind you gotta use what you got, now tell a story. The Patio is about a shitty relationship I had a long time ago, so I decided to play with the time element and show a few versions of myself over that timeline. Girl A, me on the patio drinking wine with that loser. Girl B, me of the future watching from the window as past me makes a fool out of herself. Girl C, me in the throes of drunken mistakes as a Bacchic nymph with a very red tongue. Girl D, me at the point of breakup, crying on the floor of the bathroom. Boom! Narrative. Story's video for Worth is an excellent example of this too. Her song about how we judge ourselves and rate our own value fits perfectly inside a lockdown scenario. She filmed herself at home, getting changed, putting on makeup, looking at the mirror, doing things that make us think of our worth. Perfect. And your narrative doesn't need to be a literal representation of the story in your song. Take Idol's A Hymn video, for example. The whole video is the bandmates running errands with a member of their family. Something so mundane and commonplace, and yet it represents what the song is about. In their words, suburban want, material fear. Number 3, reuse and recycle. This is another excellent way to tap into your creativity, reusing old footage. I'll use my song Opaque as an example. When I was in Paris a few years ago, my mom and I decided to make a short film based on a very sad French poem I'd written. I edited the short, but ultimately did nothing with it, and it just sat on my computer gathering dust. When I was racking my brains trying to figure out what to do for the Opaque video, I started rummaging through my old stuff. The footage is just me wandering around Paris, eating food, drinking wine, smelling the flowers as I passed them. In short, going through the motions, putting on a brave front because I was feeling so lonely. I recut all the footage to suit the song, and boom, video. Like I said, use what you've got. Number 4, collaborate. We are desperate for collaboration right now because we can't physically be in the same place and it's awful. But we can make things together. There are lots of ways of doing it. Here are a couple. Thao and the Get Down Stay Downs did this fantastic group video together on Zoom for their song Phenom. It's amazing. Go watch it right now. This video involved choreography, acting, split screens, and it packs the punch that the song does. It's magnificent. And it's a piece of art that came out of necessity. We wouldn't have thought to do that before lockdown. In my song Dreams, I collaborated with the dancer Alison Elizabeth Burns. She'd been doing some contemporary dance videos, filming herself dancing inside her flat, outside her flat, so I asked her to collaborate on this. She filmed herself dancing to the music using the light from her computer screen. She sent me 4 or 5 different shots, so of her face, her hands, her feet, her torso. I cut them together and boom, video. This is also a great time to hit up any animators you might know. But keep in mind that that stuff does take quite a lot of time. Number 5, stock footage. This is not my favorite step, mostly because I feel like this is a little bit of a cop-out to use stock footage. But since I used it in my videos, I'm going to mention it. I used footage from Pexel, which is free to use as long as you credit the author, and if you have the means to donate as well. Quite a lot of indie musicians are turning to stock footage right now because it's a relatively easy way to put something together. I used it as a way to fill the holes in a narrative. In my song The Party, I collaborated with my friends Alex and Maria, so they filmed some stuff at their home, we shot some stuff at ours, but I needed more people to give the illusion that we were at a party. Enter stock footage. If you are using stock footage to bridge those gaps, make sure that the lighting in the videos, what the people are wearing, the feel of it kind of matches what you're able to make at home so that it's not super obvious you're using stock. I also did this for Take My Picture, which is set at a beach. I'm in London. I put myself in front of a green screen, put a stock beach behind me, boom, video.
The sun is shining brightly over the sea, salt in the air, wind in my hair, your eyes on me.
Using these 5 steps, I was able to create 12 music videos in about 5 months during lockdown. I collaborated with dancers, designers, actors. I used what I had to create the feel of different locations inside my own apartment. I even went outside a couple of times. But above all, I tried to tell a story. If you learned anything from this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and share this video with a musician that you think would benefit from these 5 steps. Who knows, you might help them create something beautiful. I'd also like to thank my patrons from Patreon. It's really simple and not too expensive to become one of my patrons. You can do it for as little as $1 per creation. So go to patreon.com/EricaLeeMartin and you could be one of these fine folks. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Go make videos.